Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortente Carty. And I was just telling Jamie, today's Lebanon's independence.
Okay.
And I know we have a thriving Lebanese community here. I don't know if folks have been paying attention, but the recently erected structure at Frigate Bay pays homage to the first Lebanese traders to come to St. Kitts. So happy independence to our Lebanese community.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to the latest in local news. Bitcoin to be explored as legal tender in SKN by March 2023. The presence of Bitcoin is increasing in the Caribbean region, specifically in St. Kitts and Nevis, where there is growing evidence that natives are adapting to popular digital financial offerings. During the November 16th edition of ECCB Connects, blockchain researcher and data scientist Dr. Daniel Joseph mentioned that using cryptocurrencies, especially as a means of investment, is risky. The Eastern Caribbean Security Exchange is the avenue through which people of the region should turn to when investing in securities, but in the case of cryptocurrencies, there is no proper regulatory framework or regulatory body that manages them, Joseph warned. He stated, quote, "The key characteristic of cryptocurrency is that it's built on a decentralized system, meaning that there is no one person in charge. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, it depends on what's important to you. So like you'd say, go to the ECCB or a broker for cryptocurrencies because no one is in charge. There is no one that needs to give you permission to do it. As long as you have an internet connection and a computer, you are free to purchase cryptocurrencies." End quote.
Is this safe?
Depends on what you're looking for, as he said.
This is why I prefer to have my dollars in my hand.
Okay.
Indeed. We continue now. This from Wind Media. The Nevis Evangelical Association has yet again publicized its opinion on the widely circulated assumption of an election date for the upcoming Nevis Island Assembly elections. A letter signed by Chairperson of the Evangelical Association, Reverend Ron Daniel, and Reverend Cecile Brown, addressed to the Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, expresses the association's disagreement with the keeping of elections in December. A statement from the letter says, and quote, "It has come to the attention of the Nevis Evangelical Association that plans are afoot for the Nevis Island Assembly elections to be in December of this year. While we do not know if this is true, as member churches of this association stand unanimously resolute that the election should not be held during the season of Advent," end quote. The Nevis Island Assembly election was previously held on December 18, 2017, where the Concerned Citizen Movement won 4 of the 5 parliamentary seats. However, the pending election is constitutionally due in March 2023. 3 political parties in Nevis, the Moral Restoration Movement, the Concerned Citizens Movement, and the Nevis Reformation Party, have announced their intention to contest the elections. So leave Christmas alone. Leave the Advent season alone.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This story comes from SKN Vibes. 8 gentlemen were recognized as positive role models and awarded for their outstanding contributions to St. Kitts and Nevis at a ceremony on Friday, November 18th, organized by the Ministry of Gender Affairs in celebration of International Men's Day. International Men's Day is observed annually on November 19th. Rodney Brown was recognized for entrepreneurship and small business development, Elmo Berg for first response, Ricardo Richards for environment and sanitation, Clive Saunders for community service and activism, and Sylvester Huggins for creative economy and cultural arts. Cricket icon Alchemida Willett received the Prime Minister's Man of the Year Award, Jarrett Crossley received the Director's Men of Valor Award, and Leroy Willett received the Legacy Award. In saluting the men and boys across St. Kitts and Nevis and the world at large, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew said, quote, "You are never forgotten. We do appreciate you," end quote. He then led the audience in 3 cheers to all males.
Aw, hip hip hooray, that's so sweet. Yes, we appreciate the males, as we know we cannot coexist without each other. We need each other, so let's respect the roles and rights of each other. Now for the weather, it's partly cloudy with a high of 82 and a low of 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your weekly and hourly weather, and there's much more after this brief break.
Yes.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN as we continue now with regional news. This from Antigua Newsroom. Barbadians are being encouraged to include the invasive lionfish species in their diet. The advice came as Minister of the Environment and Beautification, Adrian Ford, disclosed that research on the species was being carried out to determine how pervasive it is in the island's waters. Ford said, and quote, "I know we have a problem with lionfish. Lionfish have created havoc in our reefs and our oceans, eating a lot of the potential fish and destroying species. But we have started in our ministry to do research on the lionfish and its population, along with the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. and other players, to make it a part of the Barbadian diet," end quote. He said a part of the plans was to have chefs who are experienced in the preparation of the fish teach residents so that which was creating havoc and is a problem will now be able to be incorporated as part of the diet. He suggested this could also create new business opportunities. Ford made the comments in Parliament while leading off debate on the resolution to accept the Barbados National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan 2020 as the guiding national policy document for the management and conservation of biodiversity in Barbados. The lionfish being eaten.
Yep. One way to deal with the problem.
May they enjoy.
All right, moving on to international news, this from the BBC. Iran declined to sing their national anthem before the World Cup match with England in an apparent expression of support for anti-government protests in their home country. Some fans shouted and jeered during the anthem, and others held up signs saying, "Woman, life, freedom." Iran's state TV cut its coverage of the anthem and switched to a previously shown wide shot of the stadium. Mass protests have been met with a fierce crackdown in recent months. They've been sparked by the death in custody in September of Masa Amini, a 22-year-old woman who was detained by morality police for allegedly breaking the strict rules around head coverings. Manager Carlos Queiroz has said his players were free to protest over women's rights in their home country as long as it conforms with the World Cup regulations and is in the spirit of the game. Iran's players also covered up their national team badge when they played 2 warm-up internationals in September.
Wow. Ooh, well, at least, and I just spoke to that, respect the rights of others and support each other. So they're supporting the young lady that lost her life due to violence in Iran.
Yeah, it's always a very touchy subject when we see sports become an arena for political activism. Some are in favor, some are not in favor, and I guess this is one of the ways that you get the message out. So,
Indeed.
Well, there you have it for the latest for today. We will be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN. Stay tuned.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try a next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom. Freedom.
Thank you for watching and tuning in this morning on Good Morning SKN as we continue along. World Children's Day, celebrated on November the 20th, marks the occasion of the UN Assembly adoption of the Declaration of the Rights of the Child in 1959 and later in 1989, the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Today, we welcome Naren Maynard, Probation and Child Protection Officer at Probation and Child Protection Services, to give us the details on their week of activities. Good morning, Naren. Did I say your name correct?
Yes.
Oh, righty.
Good morning,
And welcome
thanks.
to Good Morning SKN.
Yes, and thanks for having me. It's my first time here, actually.
Oh, it's our pleasure having you. Inclusion for the child. What would you say this message conveys?
I'll start as simple as a family. Okay. Whenever there's decisions to be made within the family, well, again, this depends on the level of maturity of the child and the relationship between the child and the parents. Children should be included in the decision making around the house. Okay. I know our culture is, we were socialized in a specific way where some of our adults think that a child don't have a say when they're in their house. Exactly. Children don't have rights, some would say. Yes. But the country signed off on the CRC, as you mentioned earlier, yes. And it allows for children to have that, the opinion has to be expressed. Nice. Yes.
All right, so we've signed off on it. In terms of educating the public, do you think it requires a mindset shift to now include children in decisions that they've not been involved in and everything else that goes along with the CRC?
Yes, it requires continuous education because some of our people are still, we are quote unquote stuck in our ways, and we don't accept change easily, all right? So yeah, it's a continual process of educating people, creating this awareness, getting children involved more in every single facet of our community and building our community. So it would probably go on and go on and go on until people get it.
So what are two of the enshrined rights in the convention that your department is actively promoting on behalf of our children?
Say that again?
What are two of the rights enshrined in the convention that your department is actively promoting on behalf of our children?
This same one, a right to express themselves and to have an opinion. There ain't any specific way. We try to promote all of them as much as possible, actually. Right to have an education, you know, in our society, education is free. A right to have medical care, a right to have an identity, have a name, being able to know how to identify yourself. I guess it depends on how you're socialized and your cultural background and stuff like that. So there's no one right. Per se, we try to be all-inclusive for the total development of our children and to educate everybody. There's a lot of rights. There are probably like 50-something of them. So, yeah.
Is there any one in particular that comes to mind that might be the most challenging to sensitize the public about? I take that as a no.
He's thinking.
I can't think of any, actually. I can't think of any.
All right, so let's talk about the poster. We know that there are some activities that it lists for World Children's Day. Tell us about a few.
Yeah, most of the activities are just to create awareness. So we're going to be on radio stations across the island. On Sunday, we had church service at the, I forget the name of the church. That big church down in Keene.
Antioch Baptist?
No, the other one. Rivers, yes, Rivers of Living Christian Center. There was a presentation by the minister, and then most of it is radio presentations, radio interviews. However, there will be a parenting workshop on Thursday, and Friday is dubbed as our Wear Blue Day. Blue is the color that signifies the fight against child abuse. So we are encouraging everybody, Tukmun and Sam, as we would say, to wear blue on that day to signify the fight against child abuse.
So I have some questions. What are some of the child abuse prevention strategies that are being highlighted throughout this week and beyond? Because I see you have a workshop that's coming up.
Okay. Many times, we don't get to prevent child abuse, so to speak, because it gets to us after it already happens. So people report after something has happened, all right? But generally, in order for us to prevent child abuse,
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cooked today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Eric and Mom and Dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life every living day. A happy place in the life every living day. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Back to Good Morning SKN. We're speaking with Naren Maynard. Naren, how does the Probation and Child Protection Services teach children about their rights, or at least disseminate what those rights are in a way that children can understand?
Okay. One of the things we want to get back to, actually, because we used to do it, is going to the schools more often and have presentations. Very often, the schools would invite us to their parent-teachers meeting. So most of the time we speak to the parents to educate them because they're the ones who should actually know these things. And we hope that they would instill them to their children. We also go into the schools Sometimes they would want us to speak maybe to a specific grade, I guess, depending on the level of maturity, maybe the grade 6, maybe the grade 5, just depending, and we go and we have presentations. Sometimes we go there, we have presentation in the assembly, when the assembly at mornings, we have maybe a 15-minute presentation and educated them about certain aspect of child abuse or certain aspect about their rights and knowing their rights. I think a lot of our children know very well what their right is, so they're using it to their advantage sometimes. So if their parent was to come and try to hit them with something, they would say, no, I would tell my mom, I would make a report to probation, because they know they're educating themselves. So they're using it, some of them are using it to their advantage.
Yeah, nice. So what activity that you are having this week is most anticipated, would you say?
The Way Blue Day is something that we want to do every single year. The Way Blue Day just to create the awareness every time. I'm hoping that we can do it maybe more often throughout the year, so it could be continuously plaguing on the minds of our people. People are knowing what is going on. So the Way Blue Day is very important, I think, and also the whole idea of having a parenting workshop. Because I think that is one of our challenges. Co-parenting seems to be an issue in St. Kitts. In my experience, it is an issue, and it has become an issue to the extent where it's affecting our children, and parents don't seem to get it. They don't seem to get how the behave affect their children.
So what do you mean by that in terms of the effect?
Okay, mommy and daddy broke up. The relationship ended, okay? There was bitterness. Probably didn't end on mutual grounds, so bitterness, and despite, as I said, would continue. So, mommy might say, yeah, prevent the child from going to see the father. That is not hurting the father, you know. That is actually hurting the child. I mean, it might be hurting the father not being able to see his child, but it's also hurting the child because the child has a right to spend time with his father. And vice versa.
Yes.
And those are some of the challenges we have. And even in the decision making, let me use another example. The child used to go to a specific school, and one parent decided, I'm going to move the child without consulting the other parent. So the father of the child, let's say the father of the child going to the school all the time, he gone there, the child is no longer there, no communication went to him to say that the child was moved. And in some instances, it's a private school, and the father was paying the school fee. So these are things that happens, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
How many reports or cases do you experience in a day concerning children and their parents? Wow. That looks like a heavy question.
I would say about 10.
No, in a day.
Some of them ain't necessarily need intervention. Maybe sometimes just need to have a conversation. Some people call maybe just to get some advice on how to go about doing things and stuff like that. So I would say 10. I would say 10, an average 10.
Okay. Well, since you brought it up in terms of calling and getting advice, how do people contact your department?
They can call our on-call number 24/7, 662-6833. An officer is on call every single day, every week. A different officer is on call. Or they can call the office line 467-1379, 467-1309.
Okay. Your Facebook page or any other thing they can go for
information? Yes, there's a Facebook page. Yes, the ministry has a Facebook page that can be easily accessed. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
All right, let's talk now about some of the other events that have been hosted throughout the year, because we're talking about a week of activities, but what else has been done, throughout the year to raise awareness about your department and the work that it's doing?
Okay, COVID kind of knocked us off a little bit. But normally during the Child Month March, we are very active within the Child Month March. We go around during the march and we give out little trinkets, little booklets, little stuff to educate people about the whole process and stuff like that. We normally have workshops as well with children, some of them including our delinquent children. We normally have one during Easter, and then we normally have one during the summer. Children who are at risk, maybe of committing some form of offense, maybe stealing, sometimes to the extent of murder. So we If we know that they're at high risk, we will have sessions with them to try and deviate them from going along that road.
Can I interject here? How do you know that they're at high risk or even at risk? What do you?
We do assessments. We do family assessments where we go into the family. Like, okay, let me use an example. For example, the school call and say this child seems to be developing some abnormal behaviors, some unusual behaviors. So we nip it in the bud early, all right? Because if that continues and we don't address it, then it becomes a bigger problem down the road. So we work hand in hand with the guidance counselors at the school. When they see these problems, small little problem, you might call them at the time in children, it might be a bullying issue, we get called in and we work hand in hand in trying to curb that behavior before they get into these bad habits, which can result in severe offenses and so on.
We spoke about everything else, but we have not yet touched on the removal of the child from his or her normal place of residence. How often does that happen, and what causes it to happen, and how difficult is it to remove the child from their home?
Okay, it doesn't happen quite often. It's only happening in really extreme cases.
Okay.
Where we know the child's danger the child's life is in immediate danger.
Okay.
We move the child right away. So it don't really happen often. Maybe an average 15 a year, maybe.
50 in a year?
15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's always a challenge to move children from their natural home. It's always a challenge. We try, if, let's say, father abuses a child, for example, because the child lives with the father, okay? The next option will be, if we move in the child, we consider the mother, okay? As long as the mother is in a position to meet the needs of the child, we place the child here. While the necessary work has been done as relates to the father, and if there's criminal charges need to be made, that is being done. If neither of the child's biological parents are in a position to, then we consider other relatives, an uncle, a grandmother, a grandfather, whatever the case may be. Outside of that family, then we have a foster care program where people volunteer to take in children that they don't have any relation with. So we have a list of foster parents. I think we have at least 50 of them who open up their homes to children who are less fortunate. So that would be the next route. Another option would be at the children's home. We have a relationship with the children's home, and they have been very, very helpful in this regard, especially taking children in emergency. Depends on maybe the time of the night, whatever the case may be, they quickly respond and assist us when we have to place the children immediately. Yeah. But we need a home. I think the government needs a home for children.
A bigger home than the children's home.
I'm not really bigger than the children's home, but we need a home that would cater to the needs and the proper intervention can be met with these children. Because some of these children, when we move them, they have maybe they went into a traumatic situation, the trauma from whatever abuse they went through. So they need the necessary psychosocial, the necessary counseling intervention they need away from their natural homes. They need it in an environment where they get here. And I think the government needs to create a home where that can happen, where a child can receive comprehensive care and evaluation when faced with this kind of traumatic situation. Because child abuse can be very traumatic to children.
Indeed.
I'm glad that you've made that suggestion publicly, so somebody's heard you.
Yeah, it's been I've been making this call for some time now, so yeah.
And you just made it again, so I hope it's taken into consideration. And Aaron, it was a pleasure speaking to you. Come back again sometime.
Anytime.
Yes, and educate us some more. And good luck with your week of activities.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Our pleasure. Stay tuned, much more after this break.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you're entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up a mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes.
Mommy, Uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am salt smart.
Life as we know it is built upon the premise of historical events. Studying history teaches us to appreciate culture, ideas, and traditions as meaningful products of specific times and places. Today, we will focus on the specific events that occurred on this day, the 22nd of November, throughout history. Yeah, this is always a knowledgeable segment.
Yes.
1995, November 22nd. Pixar's Toy Story, the first entirely computer-animated feature-length film, was released and became a critical commercial hit.
Nice.
Hard to believe it was that long ago, really.
I know, right? We were little. Yes. But this was definitely a hit with all of us, because who didn't want a toy from Toy Story?
I didn't, but...
Two of them said they didn't want a toy from Toy Story. Who didn't want a Woody doll that can move his arm around? And
I did.
Or you can pull this back and you drop him and... Or Buzz Lightyear. Or the Dino. Or the Piggy. Or Mr. Potato Head. Or Mistress Potato Head. You can tell who watched the movie. They didn't want any of the toys. Wow. On November the 22nd, 1986, with a second-round knockout of Trevor Berbick, 20-year-old Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight boxer. The youngest heavyweight, I'm excited, the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history. Wow. 1986, we were merely 4. Wow.
Got tremendous power in my right hand. I'm going to do my Mike Tyson impersonation. Is that correct?
You better hope you don't walk through that door.
Tremendous power in my right hand. Got tremendous power in my right hand. Yeah. We'll see.
Oh, Jimmy, don't do your job. Oh my God. Some people get voices that don't match their bodies. It's either too big or too small.
I got you.
Yeah. And I guess Mike Tyson is just one of those. I remember when they normally do these experiments, this talk show, had people talk what they like about Mike Tyson, or what they don't like about him, then he's right behind them. And they'll be like, okay, we like everything about you. When they turn around, because he's like right there behind them, hearing what they said. Oh, wow. So November the 22nd have some good things. So, Mike Tyson knocked out, his first knockout, right?
All right, we're going on to 1975. Juan Carlos became the King of Spain 2 days after the death of Francisco Franco.
Oh. So he died and he took over. But it's funny, how did they get the name of Francisco Franco? One God. Right behind each other, look at that. Okay, nice. Oh, and we speak about Lebanon. 1943, November 2022, Lebanon proclaimed its independence from France. However, it did not become wholly independent until 1946. So yes, once again, happy Independence Day to our Lebanese counterparts. I like that this looks like a Christmas tree, but then it still looks like a strong oak tree.
All right, you've got
See the vibes? Yeah. And then it still looks like it's a tree house on a tree. Like Tarzan's house from the Jungle movie.
I think the Lebanese might not agree with you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to research the origin of that tree.
All right.
Then I'll definitely know.
At least not the Tarzan part.
France. I would have thought that everybody had to get their independence from England. No. Yeah.
All right, in 2005, German politician Angela Merkel, powerhouse of a woman and politician she was sworn in as the country's chancellor, becoming the first woman to hold the post.
Yep.
There she is.
She looks so quiet, but she's a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely so.
Angela Merkel. Some names are going to be around forever. That we'll know them. Our children will know them. Our children's children will know them because of who they are. Do you remember this guy? He was an Olympian. Not Michael Jordan. Oh my God, he was a runner. Is his last name coming to you? Michael. Oh my gosh. Shucks. Not Strahan, but I can't. Oh, the name's not coming.
So to your point, we'll remember them.
Yeah, see, poor me.
Anyway.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, in 1935, November 2022, the flying boat China Clipper takes off from Alameda, California, carrying 100,000 pieces of mail to on its first trans-Pacific airmail flight. The flying boat China Clipper. Oh, because I'm like a flying boat? Okay, seaplane, okay.
Which does make sense because there's a flying boat, if you look at it that way.
Yeah, because it floats on water once it lands.
That's one way of looking at it. That's an interesting perspective. All right, so China Clipper.
Nice. I had a lot of engines, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also a lot of mail. In 1969, isolation of a single gene announced by scientists at Harvard University. Quite a feat to isolate a single gene.
Wow. I see this and I think of what's going on right now with the blood heir or heiress that's going to be, she's been sentenced to 11 years and 3 months. Have you seen that story?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I'm thinking about that now. It's funny how the mind works. The genes separated and I'm thinking about blood. Well, it's all in the genes and in the blood.
Alrighty, we will be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN, this answer segment, Today in History, but not the show. See you on the other side.
Yes.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. For this section of Yay or Nay, Jamie and I will be rating some popular and not so popular Thanksgiving dinner sides. Comment below and let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving sides are. Mine is cranberry sauce. Yes, I love cranberry sauce. Yeah. Yeah. What? Just love the cranberry sauce. Alrighty, so our classic green bean casserole. If it's cheesy enough, I'm gonna say yay. Oh, why not? It's healthy.
No.
Most Thanksgiving, and look, it's made with a nice roux. There's cheese on top, and it tastes good. I have a Thanksgiving dinner coming up on the 25th, and I'm excited. I'm taking macaroni pie. It's like a potluck, yeah. So I'm taking local macaroni pie, yes. Because it's like a bunch of people from different countries. We're just coming together. We're also excited.
Still a nay for me.
Look how nice that looks. Well, that's a macaroni pie. That's a yay.
All right, so southern baked mac and cheese.
Yay. Yay.
I like the familiar. I'll keep my yay. It's familiar.
But green bean casserole has a nice sauce to it. I can't wait to dig in. I should bring you some. Okay, his face says it all. You don't want none. Alrighty, so we move on to balsamic roasted Brussels sprouts. Yay, I do these. They're healthy too. You have up yay, so what are you saying? His face. Yeah, Lord. Jamie, they taste good. You don't like Brussels sprouts? Brussels sprouts are just cabbages that never grew up.
I'll try it.
These cabbages, they got stuck in Wonderland. They never grew up. That's what they are. Oh, gosh. I don't think I like cornbread. I don't know. I don't know. Something about... You like cornbread?
Yes.
Oh, no. I don't think I like cornbread. I don't know. But let's see if somebody brings a really nice one. Let me see how I'm going to let you know after then. But for now, Nah. It's too corny. A certain person looked up in the studio like, what? No, I didn't mean like it's a corny cornbread, but it's like, you know what I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's corny. Oh, gosh. I'm done.
Yay.
Oh, Jimmy, what about a stuffed mushroom casserole?
I'll try it.
You're going to eat that, but you're not going to eat the green bean that you can physically see.
No, I'm not going to eat the green bean. That's fine for me.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I like mushrooms, so I don't have a problem. I'm just...
You sure that's what this is? This is creamed kale with caramelized shallots. That's what it is.
Oh, I went ahead with the stuff.
Creamed kale.
My bad, folks. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to eat that. I love me some kale. I actually had kale, blueberry, lime, ginger, and a grape smoothie this morning. Yeah, I love me some kale. Love me some kale. So you said you're gonna eat that, right? Okay, good. We're eating healthy. So now to the stuffed mushroom casserole that Jamie already says he's gonna eat. Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
The top looks like an apple crumble though. I guess that's cheese and whatever else you put up top. Maybe some breadcrumbs, some, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to, I'm gonna go with a yay. I'm trying to decipher the person's recipe.
I realize that. Yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
like
that looks
caviar's on
appetizing.
top too. You realize? Because of the orange thing that's bunched, it looks like little caviar. You like caviar?
Yeah. Never had it.
Never ate fish eggs?
Never
Man, you're missing out. I love salmon caviar. They're nice and red and little and you put some capers with those and some red onions. I'm gonna calm down because the excitement that I got.
I realize that potentially. Yeah.
Yes. So now on to the spinach gratin. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that, man. I'm gonna eat that. That looks nice. I'm not a cheesy person, but in some dishes I do eat cheese. Like in that dish, because the cheese is stretching, I might be a bit afraid. I don't like to see cheese stretch like that. You know I make macaroni pie, but I don't eat macaroni pie, right?
Yeah, you said.
Yeah. I don't know the cheese.
Yay for me.
But I'm gonna say yay because it looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the colors are nice.
Yeah. Sheesh.
And it's spinach, right? So,
Yeah, healthy.
Right.
But is it really healthy? Because, you know, most persons refer to Sunday meals as poison. Because we making our corn gravy, right? We put sugar in the water, salt, butter, and milk. And we boil up the corn. That's diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, everything in one pot already, you know? And we ain't get to the rice and nothing else, you know? Jesus.
Wow, I guess if you can't fight it, you just go along with it. Right?
Well, we're gonna go along with it, and then our life expectancy is gonna go down, because we're basically fattening or killing ourselves, creating diabetes.
Wow.
No,
Interesting.
mine's hereditary, so I didn't create it.
It's a menagerie of NCDs. Anyway, move on.
Tourette's. Gravy. It depends. I like chicken gravy. Yeah. That looks nice. Why you say nay? I'm gonna say yay, because I like chicken gravy. Funny enough, I don't like the taste of turkey. I don't know why. Especially when it's baked.
Turkey's fine. This, however, is a no for me.
Oh, you don't like gravy? Don't like turkey
I don't
gravy?
mind gravy. I just think the color of this gravy leads me to question what's in it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
So you need some darkening in your gravy?
Yeah.
To believe it's gravy? Okay, we're just gonna drop a bit of browning in that and stir it around. Gravy.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say yay.
Maybe.
Ooh, the ambrosia salad. Ooh.
That actually tastes very good.
But that's gonna be sweet.
I like it. I've had it.
But you
It's
don't
great.
like sweets. Are you changing your mind on us now?
Depends on the sweet.
Okay. And I see pineapples, and I see grapes, and I see marshmallows, and I see, should I say it's not tangerine? What are the little one called? Oh my gosh, it's not tangerine.
Orange? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trinidad has a funny name for it, or we have a name for it. It's not tangerine. Oh my God. Anyway, mandarin. Mandarin, yes. That looks good, that looks good. Ooh.
It does. And it tastes even better.
Oh my gosh, my mouth's watering. Guys, can you believe it? I'm salivating over here. Ooh. And my favorite thing is coming up, Jamie, but you gotta say it. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. My favorite thing is coming up.
Jello salad?
I didn't envision it to look like that.
Jello salad.
I was thinking like actual Jello, because I like to play with the Jello before I eat it.
Jello salad. Does it sing? Does it move? I don't know.
What about this? No.
Do you have it?
They
do
just
you
hurt
eat it
my
on the block?
heart. How do they make the Jello salad, Jamie? I'm not
Nobody's
sure.
getting this at all. Do you eat it on the block? Does it move? Does it sing? It's a Jello salad. Am I missing something here?
It's not.
Is it worth, you know,
It's not from the
what's
block.
Net worth? All right.
It's not from. I wonder. Okay, now I have to
Never.
Google what is a Jello salad, because I'm thinking like Jello.
Well, they clearly put Jello on the salad.
No, but maybe that's cherries on top. Those look like mosquito cherries.
Well, I have no idea.
Yeah, those are cherries. I think the whole block going around that they use that fancy
Jell-O.
cake pan for is Jell-O. But what is in the Jell-O salad? Ugh.
Yeah. Did I just say yeah? Sorry, I meant nay. I was just so busy on my.
I loved me some Jell-O until I saw that. I have to Google that. Maybe I'll make it and bring it around.
Yeah.
Ooh, giblet gravy. I don't know. I don't know about that. Ooh, that gives me the creeps. What giblet they use? The turkey? Oh no. No. See, Jamie, this one is your color, but then we don't know what's in there. No. Until I Google it, no. No. You can tell this is something I don't eat or I've never eaten.
Well, you try it once. If it doesn't kill you, you live to try it again. Sorry.
Again. But yeah, Thanksgiving normally have some nice dishes. I saw President Biden pardon 2 turkeys, so they're gonna live to see another year. Yeah, hopefully they live another turkey year. Yeah, 2 turkeys on the White House lawn yesterday. Yeah.
I think
so. They're not gonna be cooked.
50.
Yeah, gosh, he might not have pardoned none. He might have said, "Come on, table time."
Nah, he pardoned.
Turkeys? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, and my thing is, we have this big, but no, people in the US, they normally have big dinners. Because after Thanksgiving, it's going to be the big Christmas dinner. And then when they have the July 4th, that's the next big celebration. It's not all dinner, but it's like comfort food, comfy food, hot dogs, burgers, yeah. But in the States, they like big meals. So yeah, so we had our yeas and our nays. You can tell us in the comments which of these you do not like and which you do like. And stay tuned, there is much more after this break.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up a mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the counseling center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We'll be playing a GM SKN favorite. The game is Chain Reaction, and Cortensi and I will work together to form chains composed of two-word phrases while betting either 50, 100, or 200 points. Are you ready?
Ready like Freddy. Are you ready, GM SKN Nation? Play along.
Well, I think we've already, we're ready to go. So this one will be 50.
It's a little bit of money.
50 points. Word below planet. Is it Earth? 50 points. Word below planet. Is it Earth?
Planet Earth. I'm gonna go with 100 points. No, I'm gonna say 200 points. Word above Stick, yardstick. Oh no, I shouldn't throw up that sign. It looks bad, but I don't mean it like that. Huh.
All right, let's take the word below Earth for 100. Moon.
Ooh. Earth. Ooh. 50. Mother. Below Earth. Earth Mother. No, I think moves. Moves. Sorry, moves. 50. Stick at 50. I'm not giving up too much of my money.
You're already above yard, so I guess you have to take that one. So take the word above yard.
Oh. I don't have any idea what S can be. That's why I moved. Special? Special? 50? 50. Going cheap. 50.
You know it's not there.
Ooh. Oh. Is it short? What do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it.
Okay, 50 word above yard. Short. Is that jobby stick? You understand the word jobby, right? It's a Bayesian word.
Okay.
Jobby. So it's not a jobby yardstick.
Listen, I don't even know what this is.
50 up on the earth. Moves. Moves.
All right, 50 below Earth, motion. Yeah.
Mother. 50. No, 100. 200. No, 100. Mother. I did say mother before. Mother shift. Mother shift. Mother shirt. Shirt yard.
Yeah, let's just get it over with. 50 below mother.
Shift. I don't know. Let's see if it's shift. Mother shift. They stole my money.
Mother ship.
Okay. Mother ship yard. Oh
All right. 50 below soft. Soap.
Nice. Like that. Soft soap. From Avon. Ooh, no. 50 below soft. Shop.
50 above thinking forward.
Oh, nice.
No, F-O-R. Is that how you spell it? Yeah.
100 below soft. Shoe. Shoe. I thank you. Soft shoe. 50 below shoe. Bottom. Ooh, they be rough on me.
100 below shoe box.
Ooh, she said 200, so we could be richer. Mm-hmm. 50 below box shape.
Shape, I don't know. I really
Shape.
don't.
200 below box straight. Jesus, only $50.
100 below box. Step.
We only got 50. I used most of the monies. No. Let's go with 100 below dark. Horse. Oh. Ew.
200 above. Stopper. Show.
We gonna be rich. We got 500. I'm gonna go cheap. 50 below horse. Rocks. Rocks.
$200 below horse. Race.
$200 below race. Car. Oh, what? We got a lot of money. We need our monies.
Guess somebody here is gonna pay us.
Ooh. Was that our last one? When we're just enjoying? Aww. Boy, oh
No more
boy.
chain reaction, but definitely more shows. Stay tuned.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, "You feel it, you feel it?" Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
I need some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart. Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
Last week, our federation celebrated Global Entrepreneur Week and recognized several small businesses around the federation. Today, we welcome two of our local entrepreneurs, Zeke Boone and Karida Finch of Black Diamonds Event Rental Services. Good morning, lady and gent, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning.
First off, I'm not supposed to use a certain word, so I'm not going to use it. Tell us the story behind the launch of your business.
I'm a photographer by profession.
Okay.
And so in doing many weddings, I realized that something was missing. What was missing was the ambience in weddings. And so I decided, if someone is getting married, why an ordinary person can't be extraordinary? I decided to spike weddings some more. And so I first started with cutleries. When a person is recognizing that no need for the plastic bowl, plastic plates, plastic forks. And we have, real crystal and nice stuff, China stuff. So we just decided to launch that the idea into weddings.
I like the fact that you said you spiked the wedding, like spiked the drink. I love that. I love that. I love
Not
that.
the same connotation, but anyway. All right. All right. So what are your roles in the business?
owners. We're both owners.
All right, so day-to-day functioning, 50-50, you bounce ideas off each other, that sort of thing?
Well,
Yes, pretty much.
5, 95.
Oh, you didn't know that. That's the first time you're hearing it.
50-50.
But generally, I am more into the technological aspect as it relates to posting content on social media.
Okay.
Zeke, he has the technology as well, and he's a fan of technology, but he's not really, I guess it's part of his training, so he's not really, he doesn't really like the exposure on the social media platform. So
95.5?
In that area?
So generally, I would post all the content on WhatsApp and all the other social media platforms.
Okay. So you said you spike the wedding. So what are some of the services that you offer for weddings and other events?
Okay, first off, we offer cutleries,
okay,
plates, dispensers, wine glasses, champagne glasses, knife and forks, stuff for breakfast as well, teacups, saucers, cocktail saucers, tables, etc.
Oh, nice.
And you saw that this was a need. This is interesting to me because I take these things for granted when I think of people planning events. You think that they already have this, sorted out, but you're telling me that they didn't, and this was where you fit in.
Yes.
Wow. How rewarding. I mean that monetarily, not emotionally. How rewarding has this been for you? And I don't want figures.
Okay, it has been, well, I joined the bandwagon a little later, but it has been really rewarding. And as you say, it's not only monetary benefits, but we're able to gift persons. Sometimes they don't have the actual finances because, weddings can be a bit costly, or engagement parties can be costly. And sometimes we just show up and we offer one item. And this one item is really memorable for the persons who are hosting the party and also the attendees.
How concerned are you both with your competition?
Not concerned whatsoever.
Ooh, he told us. I like the confidence.
It's
the
a competitive world.
Yes.
And so we believe that persons do have a stake in the market,
Yes.
but it is our aim to bring to you what we want to offer to make your event successful. And that's why we're really concerned about the market in terms of persons being competitive.
Okay. So does your cutlery come with humans to set them up, to serve during the weddings, engagement parties, etc., whatever events you may have?
That's twofold because sometimes persons are basically renting the cutleries and they'll have their person doing that. If person don't have that skill and person need assistance, then we need assistance.
Okay, good stuff.
So let me understand this. Obviously, you're a photographer by profession, parlayed into the launch of this business. The two go hand in hand then, because if you are offering services with Black Diamonds, you could effectively offer your photography services as well.
It's capturing the market.
He just knows how to use the word. He's capturing the market. He's spiking the events. You go,
so
guys.
Your photography services are offered outside of Black Diamonds, or are they integrated as well? Outside.
Oh, so it's not incorporated.
We try to basically make it a one-shop stop.
Okay.
You want something, you call us, and we explain what we have, and you choose what you want.
Nice.
Not to vouch for your photography. I guess we're going to be able to vouch for Black Diamonds later, but I have a few photos of my house that you took.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't believe the backdrop was very natural. It was back in 2018, and I got the thing right away, actually. You might remember that. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So, great stuff.
He looks like
so much functions I can't remember.
Yeah, it was at Government House, and it was with education, that particular award.
Okay.
Sure you remember now?
Okay, yes, he does remember.
Okay, good stuff.
Wow, Black Diamonds. You're a smart businessman, I gotta say. All right, interesting stuff. All right, so let's talk about the costing. Obviously, you said, some people can't afford everything. Is it reasonable? Are your services reasonably priced? Are there ranges? What are we talking about?
Yes, very, very reasonable. We have a mantra. We believe that it's not about the money, the cost, but making persons happy. If I make someone happy, that person will make us happy. And so we try to reach out more to people to, don't too much think about the cost. Then when you call me, think about making your event a success, your event a wow. And, we factor in a price to suit you.
Nice. And by doing that, has business increased tremendously? I can tell by the eyebrows. Good stuff, good stuff.
You're smart. It's like, I'm not going to turn anybody away. I'm not going to tell you this is my price and you can't afford me. It's like, come and we'll work with you.
Don't turn down a job.
And there are instances when we get a job and sometimes the person wants an additional item, but instead of giving them the actual price, not that we underprice the product, but we kind of work with them hand in hand.
Makes sense.
So you've got secret discounts. That's what we're going to call them, right? Secret discounts to make the customer happy.
Yeah.
All right. So great conversation. We're going to be back in a minute. You have some stuff, I understand, to show us, to show you. So after the break, we'll see what that is. More GMS SKN in a flash.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. So, wow, NASCAR type events happening here. Zeke, Karita, what do we have on display?
Okay, I'll speak first. So here we have our fine dining cutlery. And before you, you've seen the champagne glass, the wine or water glass, and we have our utensils. We offer a set. So this is a set for the dinner. Any type of event that is held in the evening, you can get this set. I think it's $15 or $13? $15. Okay. And we have the breakfast set, which comprises of the saucers, the teacup, the soup bowl, and also the mug. And if you purchase the products as a set, you're actually benefiting, because if you purchase individual items, the cost is higher. So I would encourage persons who are utilizing our business to go for the sets. You're actually benefiting.
Go for the sets. You heard it here first.
So, okay, next we have our up lights. These lights are basically to enhance any event. They're placed on the perimeter of your venue, and
Keep talking. Can I lift it?
Yes.
Okay, just so that we can show.
We basically would go with your theme.
Okay.
So if your colors are red, we chop red. If you want your colors to be mixed, 2 or 3 colors, we can do that here as well.
It changes. Nice.
Yes, we try to enhance your thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Wow. Oh, nice. Nice.
And these are all battery powered.
Okay.
And they would last for 24 hours once they're set.
Okay.
to
Nice,
the
nice.
function.
All right. So if I just wanted this, what would I be paying?
Just for lights only?
Yeah.
Or for lights only. It all depends on the amount of lights you're looking for. Based on your venue, we come first and we look at your venue and verify the amount of light you needed, and then we give you a cost from there.
Okay.
So you've got way more than this.
Way more.
Oh, wow.
Good. All
So
right.
there's some. That machine that's by Jamie, what type of machine is this?
This is a fancy bubble machine.
Okay.
This is what brings bubbles out, when bride and grooms are walking in and they want some bubbles.
So we no longer have to use our own.
Just plug it up, control it, and it's bubbled. And just
Okay, nice. Nice. Lovely.
This one is a smoke machine.
Okay.
This can be hung or this can be just placed on stage.
Okay.
And it sends smoke out. And then smoke will cover your room and give the light a different ambience.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how I was advocating for the smoke machine because I wanted to disappear. But that's not going to happen today. Not yet.
No magic trick. No magic trick today. No.
And that one.
Yes, and
This one
right
on the
here.
end.
This is our new product. This is called a Jet 2 machine. This dissipates CO2 from cannons, and it just blasts in the air and just dissipates.
Oh, wow.
Different directions. So we have a few machines that dissipates CO2 in the air and just give effects to your function.
Wow.
Oh, nice. I remember seeing the smoke machine at a particular wedding that you have in your status. Yes.
All right, and we have 2 other new additions to the group.
Okay.
In front of us, this machine. This machine right here. This is the into machine that persons are looking for now. This is called the lock cloud machine. This is when persons are actually doing a wedding and they want to dance in clouds. So you see persons having a wedding.
So I need to get married again then.
Second time.
Yes,
and that is what it is all about.
Oh, nice.
So
Jamie,
that's your into
No,
machine.
that's it.
Wow.
It's all low. It remains low. It doesn't rise more than like 3 feet higher than 3 feet in the air.
nice.
And dissipates.
Oh, nice.
We also work with dry ice or normal ice. But we forgot to use dry ice because dry ice dissipates faster.
Yeah.
It's a CO2 solid, so it dissipates faster.
Is it weird? Does it smell like breakfast now?
No, it doesn't.
man.
It doesn't smell whatsoever. It doesn't smell at all. It just gives you a normal. So if you look when you see it, and it stays extremely long.
It does smell like waffles. It smell like waffles.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So these are parts of that machine?
No, those are a separate machine.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now that we are through with the breakfast waffles, got me hungry here. So Zeke, what are these machines that are just behind us?
Okay, these are called cold sparks machines. And I'll also demonstrate how these work. But because of these machines have to be heated up to 450 degrees.
Okay.
And after they're heated, then they will give you a complete demonstration.
Okay.
The persons normally will get scared by seeing these machines, but there's nothing to be afraid of. They're pyrotechnic machines, but they're actually cold, so you can touch them and they wouldn't burn anything. They wouldn't burn your clothes, they wouldn't burn cloth, they wouldn't burn you.
Okay.
They're all safe.
Oh, nice.
All right. So this is great stuff, Zeke. Wow.
So just let me demonstrate for you a minute.
All right, so Zeke is going to demonstrate to us exactly how this works. So we're going to be seeing some effects.
Yeah.
Some additional effects.
So Karita, where can interested persons contact Diamond Events?
Okay. Right now, it's mainly through the WhatsApp contact.
Okay.
So my contact number is 764-9525, and Zeke's contact number is 663-6401.
Okay.
I had a Facebook page, but I deactivated it. So I need to reactivate it so that I can post content and persons can contact me directly. There is also an Instagram page. It's Black Diamonds Event Rentals. So you can go there and look at the contents and see what products are available and contact me for your events.
Okay. And the name Black Diamonds, how did you come up with that name? That's a question that's been looming.
It's very unique. Like I said, because I'm into weddings as a photographer, I recognize the need for us to really build that different level of a function. And one day I was at a wedding, and because I actually like diamonds as well, I was looking at the ring, I was taking picture of the ring, and it wasn't diamonds. And then I said, you know, how do I lift the standard of weddings for persons? And that black diamond came up because black is who we are, one.
Yes.
And the black diamond is very, you know, it's a very interesting diamond. And so I decided, you know, let me use that name. It's going to create a different aspect in our weddings and have persons like it because of who we are.
Okay, but your diamonds is spelled with a Z at the end.
Z.
Can you explain that Z at the end for us?
Diamonds, Z, Zeke.
Okay. Nice. So they have the whole backdrop.
All right, let's stand here and have a look at this.
Okay, let's see.
And we're waiting for...
Oh!
And you can actually touch it. Not gonna burn you. It's all safe.
Oh! Oh, nice. Okay. Well, full event. Wow. Indeed.
And this is perfect for like bride and groom parties when they're entering the what do you call that, the reception, even at the wedding ceremony. It's perfect.
Grand entrance.
Jamie, are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's still breathing.
I'm taking it all in. I'm seriously taking it all in. All right, so guys, thank you so much for coming by and giving us a display. I feel like I'm in party mood now.
Yes, I
still
know.
work to do.
Waffles, chicken.
Thank you so much. Very impressive, and best of luck with Black Diamonds.
Indeed.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in a moment with more GMS scans. Stay tuned.
Hi, if you are a smoker, please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time to let you know what's happening. So here is what's happening. On Saturday, November 26th, the St. Christopher Children's Home will be hosting its 11th annual 2K walk and 5K run. It will take place on the Royal St. Kitts Golf Club in Frigate Bay. Well, at the Royal St. Kitts Golf Club in Frigate Bay. Registration fees are as follows. Adults EC $50 US or US $20, and children ages 6 to 12 EC $25 or US $10. And kids under 6 participate for free. So registration includes event participation, event shirt, reusable water bottle, barbecue lunch served by the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, and there will also be a complimentary transportation available from the Sands Complex and the fire station every 30 minutes between 2:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. So there you go. Tickets are available. Wow, at Harper's. There you go. Four Ways Restaurant, and the Royal Beach Casino. For more information, contact the St. Christopher Children's Home at 465-4007.
And it's a good cause. And we actually touched on the children's home this morning while we were having the conversation with Naren. So go out, support them. I should be there. I'm going to run and walk.
Yeah. All right. Great.
Not going to run all the time.
Well, this is where we leave you for today. But of course, thank you for joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN. Encouraging you to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Instagram, our handle is Good Morning SKN. And on Facebook and YouTube, our handle is Studio327INC. Check out our website as well at www.studio327inc.com to learn more about GMSKN and Studio 327.
And thank you for joining us on this lovely Tuesday. Once again, happy Independence to our Lebanese counterpart here in St. Kitts. We invite you to leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. And this is where we say see you tomorrow on Whiskermas Wednesdays at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. As usual, thank you for watching and have a great Tuesday, guys. Choose to make someone feel special today. Have a good one.